How you guys doing? How you guys doing? Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. Before we get into this, shout out to Dan Shine in the chat. Shout out to Chris at Black Love Reviews. You can also find Dan Shine at Flesh Wound Features. Go check those guys out. Shout out to JD at Views Parallax. You just finished rewatching Sam Raimi's Darkman. Yeah, I haven't seen it, so I can't comment. Hell yeah. Go subscribe to all these guys if anyone watching this hasn't already. But yeah, I watched 19 films over the course of this past month, January of 2026, and I'm here to talk about most of them. Some of them are kind of, well, we'll get to it, but I'm here to talk about, yeah, the movies that I watched. Some of these have their own independent videos that I've done talking about them, so go check those out. Some of them don't, hence why I'm doing this, to cover anything that I missed or didn't talk about already and all that. And I'm here to talk about it with you guys. Get your opinions on the movies if you've seen them. And yeah, that's where we are. No, I know there's been a lot of Sam Raimi talk with his new film coming out, and yeah, it's just another director that's a huge blind spot for me outside of the not Superman, Spider-Man movies. Those are great. That's it. That's all I know. Well, I mean, I know Evil Dead and that stuff, but yeah, apparently he has more movies than that. But yeah, this video may not be that long, depending on how much you guys have to comment on these movies and how much I have to comment on them. You explain away what are you talking about, Dan? Okay, anyway. I don't know, Dan must be out of his mind right now. I don't know what you're even talking about. Well, yeah, starting off with the first movie that I watched this month, which was a Knives Out story or mystery, Wake Up Dead Man. I don't know the exact title. And I thought it was way better than Glass Onion, which I hated. But I also wasn't very impressed by this movie either. Who directed this movie? Oh, it was Ryan Johnson again. So I guess, has he directed all of them? Yeah, like, it's not a bad movie, but I don't know. It didn't do it for me. I didn't really give a shit about the plot and all the mystery stuff that was happening. So therefore, when the big reveals happen, I didn't really give a shit. And Dan says, I like the first Knives Out, the second sucked. Dude, Glass Onion was the biggest piece of shit of that year. And there were still people talking positively about that. Very interesting. I don't know what you could like, but anyway, that's not what we're talking about. Yeah, Wake Up Dead Man was okay. I'm never gonna watch it again. And if you can't already tell, I judge sort of like my rating system is basically overall, do I think it was good, bad, or great? Would I buy it? Or I guess first would be, am I ever going to rewatch this? Would I buy it? And holy shit, I can't wait to like see it again at the theater and pre-order it. It's kind of like the levels of my ranking system. You know, it's either I'm never going to watch it again. It was okay, but I'm never going to watch it again. It was good enough for me to buy it, but I'm not going to rush out to go rewatch it. If it goes on sale, I might buy it, that sort of thing. I don't know. It's not an exact science over here. I basically just, you know. But then following Wake Up Dead Man, I have Marty Supreme. A lot of these, because I'm catching up for the Oscar contenders, are from last year. They're not brand new movies, but Marty Supreme, which was still kind of a new movie, even though it came out last year or whatever. Oh, what's up, Ed? How you doing, man? And yeah, I'll probably be streaming Battlefield 6 soon. Yeah. And hopefully we can go battle it out together and create an unbeatable squad or something. Anyway, Marty Supreme, I liked it a lot. Um, yeah, it definitely deserves to be in the running for Best Picture. I'm also gonna do a Best Picture nominee, Oscar nominee ranking video soon. I've still got two movies left: Frankenstein and The Secret Agent, which is like 3 hours long to watch before I can accurately do a ranking, having seen all of them after that point. So then we got Primate. I think that's the first 2026 movie I watched this year. Directed by the guy who did the 47 Meters Down movies. He also did Resident Evil, Welcome to Raccoon City, which I hated and rewatched from my Resident Evil series. But Primate was a fun time. It kind of falls into that I'll probably buy it if it goes on sale for $5 to $10 sort of situation. But yeah. Dan, you still need to see The Secret Agent as well. It's kind of a tough one to find because it's currently back at the theater, but it's one of those one show time and usually a shitty show time a day sort of situation that changes from theater to theater every day. It's weird, but I hope I'm going to get a chance to see it soon. And then Frankenstein, being a Netflix movie, is more accessible, but I still need to watch that. You had fun with Primate despite the logic issues. Yeah, that if you like watching slasher movies that don't have much plot and you don't really care about the characters or anything that's going on and you just want to watch people get their limbs ripped apart, I'd say check it out. It's a great time. Yeah. And that's all I can really ask for from a movie about a killer chimp anyway. So I was happy. And again, $5 to $10 range, I'd probably buy it on Blu-ray or 4K. All right, next I started my Resident Evil marathon. I watched all the live action Resident Evil movies, and I did a video on all of those and the whole franchise, and then I ranked them. So go check that video out separately. But I'll just say here, I think the first four are really great, but slowly decline in quality. But they're really fun action movies that I would definitely highly recommend any of you guys watching go revisit if you haven't in a while. I'm also possibly going to do an Underworld marathon soon. And depending on how that goes, might do a video similar to the Resident Evil franchise video on those movies as well. So shout out to Chris and Ben who gave me the thumbs up when I was trying to get advice on should I even entertain the Underworld movies. And they said, yeah, they're a lot of fun. So they're all ranked significantly higher on IMDb than the Resident Evil movies. So that's what piqued my curiosity to begin with. And I haven't seen any of them but the first one. But anyway, we're not talking about that here. So if you want to know my individual thoughts on all the Resident Evil movies, go watch that video. But again, first four, highly recommend. They're movies that I plan on rewatching. But the last ones and then Raccoon City suck dick. Then I watched 28 years later, The Bone Temple, baby. And I think this was better than the previous one from last year. Yeah, it's like, I don't know, I feel like it has more to say. The story is really interesting. It's more brutal. It's great, yeah. I don't know what else to say about it, really. You like Raccoon City, Dan? I mean, I could see how someone could like it. But for me, it did nothing for me. Even the action I thought was pretty bad, but that's just my opinion. All this is just my opinion, obviously. So yeah, since five or no 7 of my watches this month were the Resident Evil movies. This might actually be a lot shorter than I thought of a video, but then I watched No Other Choice by Park Chan Wook. Dude, this movie was maybe not dog shit, but it was insufferable, dude. I don't know. This movie didn't do it for me, and I don't like it. Yeah, it's like an hour and a half before. I mean, I don't think it's a spoiler at this point. Like, if you watch the trailer, it kind of explains everything. But yeah, no other choice. It takes like an hour and a half before anything starts really happening to contribute to the main plot, where the guy is like trying to take out the other people who are competing for a job in the industry that he lost his job in. And I was about to fall asleep for most of the runtime. So the fact that everyone's giving it such high praise is beyond me, but I don't know. It was competently shot, competently made, but just not for me at all. And I don't know. Dan, you loved No Other Choice. Well, you're definitely in the majority. It's not his best movie, but Park Chan Wook doesn't miss. I don't know. I haven't seen a lot of his movies, but this one didn't do it for me. Then I watched Beast of War, the World War II shark movie, which I think I went in with like really high expectations for this one because it was an okay movie. You know, I might buy it if it was $5 minimum offer or maximum offer, I should say. But the shark looked fucking awesome, and I just don't feel like we got enough of the shark. It's a lot of this absolute asshole of a character treating the other guys like shit, and I don't know why they didn't kill him off sooner. You know, there are several times where the other characters do almost kill him because this dude's like asshole level to the point where he basically kills one of their comrades by just tossing him to the shark. It's pretty fucked up. But yeah, it was not the movie I expected it to be. I expected a little bit more war. Like I don't know. I thought people were gonna be getting eaten by sharks while a battle is going on in the water or something like that. But no, their boat like explodes and they're stranded on a raft. And then the shark, attracted to their blood, is slowly sort of picking them off one by one in a way. But it didn't, I don't know, it didn't give me what I wanted. Next up, in another movie I'm very surprised I'm in the minority on. But this, unlike No Other Choice, I actually liked this movie, and that's Night Patrol. Night Patrol beats the shit out of pretty much everything I've seen this year. I fucking loved it. It's a killer ass vampire movie, corrupt cop movie. I don't know. It had so many moments that were bloody as fuck. So many moments that surprised me, came out of left field. The vampire shit is. I feel like I'm basically spoiling it, even though it's all over the marketing, and I just go into movies blind when I can, and that happened to be one where I didn't going in. I didn't know what the fuck it was going to be about. All I knew is that uh, what's his name? Justin Long plays a cop, and It was great, even though nobody else liked it, but whatever. And Dan says I'd rather get eaten by sharks than watch Night Patrol again. Dude, and I thought this movie would be straight up like your alley, especially like Kruger's alley. I don't know, but none of you guys liked it. But that's okay. Then I rewatched Reflection in the Dead Diamond, my number one favorite movie from last year. And I don't know. I don't know what else I can say that hasn't been said by me already, but Reflection in the Dead Diamond, go watch it on Shudder right now. It's a brilliant, entertaining, crazy acid trip esque style movie. Yeah. Then I went to a theatrical showing of Anchorman: The Legend of Ron Burgundy. And I don't know why, but I remember this movie being a lot funnier than it was this time around. I haven't seen it in probably like 5 to 10 years. I don't know what to say. I was kind of disappointed, and I don't know if like my taste has changed or what, but it was one of those movies that I used to really love. And maybe it's just because I watched it so many times years ago. You know, it's kind of like a staple in the comedy genre. But I don't know, this time it just didn't do it for me. And I don't know how to explain it. The first one was really good. The sequel was a big step down. Are you talking about Anchorman? Yeah, I don't know why it didn't hit for me on the level that it used to this time, but yeah. Step Brothers is probably his funniest movie. I could agree with that. I think Step Brothers is also a movie that I've just seen so many times that I've kind of like worn it out. But but yeah, moving on. Then I watched Primitive War, the the dinosaur Vietnam movie from last year. It was great. I mean, I don't know if I'd say great, but it gave me almost exactly what I wanted. It was almost exactly what I thought it was going to be. Dinosaurs killing soldiers in Vietnam. That's about it. It's almost another take on Jurassic Park. Like the Russians are doing experiments in creating dinosaurs essentially on this isolated island, and a team of Americans, squadron people, go in to figure out what the hell happened to the Green Beret troop or whatever they're called, who disappeared, who went in there before them. Dinosaurs. That's about it. You know, the acting's not the best, but it's still fun. The dinosaurs looked great, I thought, for the most part. There were maybe a couple moments where the CGI didn't look that great, but it was such a fun movie and gave me enough of why I went to see the movie to make me happy. So, yeah, I am happy. And it's getting a sequel, like Dan pointed out. Hell yeah. So then moving on, I watched Train Dreams. And man, this is a slow burn, but such a touching, emotional movie that's basically just about this guy living life in the late 1800s, early 1900s as a logger. And it's one of those movies that's kind of like, have you ever met like an old person, maybe like a grandparent, or, you know, have you ever volunteered at an old folks home and one of the old people like sits down to tell you like the life lessons they've learned, you know, trying to pass on some wisdom to the youth. This movie is kind of like that in a nutshell. It's like old people telling lessons to people, and then the main guy, Joel, played by Joel Edgerton, goes through significant loss and tragedy a couple times throughout the movie, and it gets pretty sad. but like relatable and touching. And yeah, it's a beautiful movie. Definitely deserves to be in the running for Best Picture. But then the last movie I watched this month in January is Hamnet. And this is one of those complicated situations where I recognize that it's a good movie. It's also another very depressing movie. It says it in the synopsis, what's his name? Shakespeare. It's about fucking Shakespeare and his family losing their son, Hamnet, which inspires him to write the play Hamlet. He just changed one letter, I guess, not to pay complete homage or whatever you call it to his son who died, because he doesn't seem to care that much about his son, to be honest. No, he does. I'm kind of joking, but most of the movie he's like trying to avoid his feelings by disappearing and going off to London and isolating his family, and he's kind of not a great father and husband in that regard. But I guess you got to do what you got to do to, make money for your family, but he definitely at times in the movie uses London literally as a way to escape grieving and being with his family grieving. Um, they try to kind of bring it around to let you know, like, hey, he was just grieving in his own way by the end, but I don't know, it didn't fully like land for me in that regard. But the acting's great. Jesse Buckley was great. Paul Mescal was great, and yeah. Hold on, the chat's like frozen. I don't know how to fix it. I've done this before, but I'll just read it off YouTube. Oh, there it goes. It caught up. Okay. Oh, you're saying Joel Edgerton should have had an Best Actor nomination. Okay, yeah, I agree. Jessie Buckley will probably win Best Actress. And I would say she might deserve it. I'm not sure exactly who she's up against for that category, but she was very good. Again, it's one of those movies that I'm never going to watch it again, like ever, probably. But I can't deny that it's a good movie. It's just not my type of rewatchable movie, but I could totally see it being that for someone else. And that's it. That's the that's today's video, today's live stream. I did just watch Sentimental Value, which I liked it, but that I'll talk more about that in February, or you can already go watch my video review of that on my channel if you want more info. But yeah, okay. Dan says he also enjoyed Hamnet quite a bit. I'll tell you what, I wasn't bored, even though I did check my time because I was just. It was mostly out of curiosity as to like, man, how much more of this shit we got to go through, man. Which, not in a boring way, but kind of in a. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not trying to say that as like trash talk to the movie or anything, but yeah, sentimental value with Joe Biden. Look, Stellan Skarsgård, he won the Golden Globe, right? I think he deserves it. He is fucking great. Yeah. Was that for supporting actor? I'm gonna look that up real quick. Stellan Skarsgård. But does anyone else have any like favorite 2026 movies that they've watched so far? I know Send Help, the Sam Raimi movie we mentioned at the beginning, just came out. I still haven't seen it yet. Supporting actor, okay. He definitely deserves it. Holy shit. Oh, never mind. This is somebody else. There was like, I don't know, I typed in Golden Globe, Stellan Skarsgård, and a picture of some dude who looks very similar to Stellan, but not came up. And I'm like, is that him? Anyway. Ed, you like Predator Badlands? I like Predator Badlands. Man, was that this year? I don't know, it was technically last year, but hell yeah. I will say I looked it up because I wanted to know what were the plays within Sentimental Value that the daughter was the lead performer in. And unfortunately, the plays are fictional. They're not even real plays based on anything. They're not real. So that's kind of disappointing because I thought they were actually the little glimpses we saw of the plays were really fucking cool, but they don't exist. So until somebody hopefully will make something, I don't know. I bet there's plays out there that exist that are very like avant-garde and start out with the Shining opening credit music, but oh, Send Help, okay, but yeah. Dan really liked Predator Badlands too, I think, right, Dan? Yeah. Besides Night Patrol, it's Dan's favorite movie of the year. And Predator Badlands, it was definitely sort of like more family friendly for Predator, but or Alien for that matter, but I still enjoyed it as like a popcorn flick. Yeah. That's about it. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. I don't know. I've been doing more video movie reviews, but I changed up my style of how I'm doing them now, where I'm doing them uncut and shit. So it's a lot more raw and rambly. I don't even know if that's like what people want, but for the limited free time that I have lately, it's about all I can do for you. But it's better than nothing. I'm still trying to put content out there, obviously. No, yeah, I know. I'm just joking, Dan. I know. Definitely too Disney for you. I get it. Yeah. But yeah, as always, thank you guys for watching, and yeah, that's it. I'm gonna be doing one of these every month to recap at the end or the beginning of the following month. So in March, like March 1st or so, or into February, I'll do one recapping everything I watched in February. And yeah, what's up, Polonium? How you doing? But that's it. Thank you guys for watching and have a great night. Peace out.
I love the smell of napalm in the morning.